2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The city of Denver is in.
Well, guys,
you certainly come a long way, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. They've got Powell. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Lillard in at the point guard. And for the Nuggets, they've got Bol. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Porter in at the small forward. Now here's Murray. Here's Bol. Back to Murray. Releases from 15. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Murray's got the first points up on the board here for the Nuggets. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Portland moving the ball around. Not many teams have the personnel, Greg, to work the ball through the post, but that's what we're going to see plenty of tonight. These two teams can do it.
No doubt, Kevin. It can really add a dimension to your offense, and it creates different rotations defensively, especially when you've got someone down low that's going to demand a double team. And so I'm interested to see, in essence, some old school basketball in terms of how teams rotate out of that post.
I am too. Here's Lillard. Michael Porter making his last shot. Over Murray. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Such a smart play. Lillard willing to take the jumper from the mid-range.
Murray against Lillard. Pass to Bol. Back to Murray. Drops in the layup for two.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Now here's Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Here is Lillard. Just 5 on the clock. And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Outside for Murray. Jokic inside. He's guarded by Nurkic. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. Porter passes to Bol. The kick out to Barton. 5 to shoot. Here's Jokic. And that one is off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. That's a 2 from Powell with the putback. Great positioning on the putback.
hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Now here's Murray. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. Jokic, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for Portland. Trailing by 2. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is such a unique talent at that center position. Young player, already top 10 in career triple-doubles.
How about the most triple-doubles ever by a foreign player? You think of the great skilled European big man. Jokic, arguably the most skilled of them all. Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
1:44 left to play in the first quarter. Foul for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Now here's Barton. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And guys, he has all the makings of an elite scorer. Porter combines size, athleticism, and terrific shot-making ability. That is rare.
Now here's Lillard. 1:11 left in the first. That one falls.
Lillard, he has a sweet jump shot. The defense has to know he's deadly from there.
Denver in the lead. Now Murray. And there's the pass to Jokic. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. Big group substitution here for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Gordon comes in for Porter. Austin Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
Here's Simons. To the paint. Cantor kicks to McCollum. Releases. They get it back. Out to the right wing. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
Well, their goal on D is to not give him any clean looks from long range.
Here's Jokic. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. JaVale McGee's checked in for the Nuggets. Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum outside. He kicks it to Carmelo. From deep, Collins. Not going to go that time. And so the first quarter is in the books. Denver on top. They lead by 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's JaVale McGee. Then there's Monte Morris. And it's Rivers in at the 2-guard spot. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. The Nuggets leading by 6. Rivers with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And the slam dunk by McGee.
You see why McGee's teammates lob it up his way? Because they know he can go up and get it.
Here's Simons, covered by Morris. Collins, good.
That's a perfect setup. Solid screen, defender can't avoid it. Opens up a clear path to the bucket.
Morris inside. Can't connect from short range. Trailblazers trail by 6. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Back to McCollum. Passes it to Simons. 4 on the shot clock. Cantor kicks to Anthony. Trailblazers keep it alive.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Morris passes to Millsap. Crafty move, and he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Murray's checked in for Morris. And then for the Trailblazers, Jones comes in for Collins. And Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Lillard outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Simons. Trains the three-pointer. Simons has got 5.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Murray against Lillard. Murray, good. Trailblazers trail by 5.
And with what we saw in the bubble, Murray has clearly elevated his game. Showed that he could be a #1 option on offense. I mean, his output was an incredible part of that run for the Nuggets.
Lillard, the pass to Simons. Rivers against Lillard. Kanter, and Kanter able to finish.
When it comes to offensive rebounding, Kanter has led the league in offensive boarding rates. I mean, when you think about it, perhaps the best at picking up his teammates' misses.
Now here's Murray. He has 6. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game. You know, Greg, the further we went into the playoffs, the more Jamal Murray looked like a star.
I mean, Kevin, big shots in clutch situations. Logged heavy minutes, but, never wavered. A truly heroic performance from Murray all postseason.
Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. Murray outside. He dishes it to McGee. And stolen by Lillard. Inside. And Jones slams it in.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. To the inside. Here's Gordon. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
Not one to shy away from contact. It's all part of the toughness that Gordon brings to the table.
Here's Lillard. He's got 6. To the paint. Kanter finds Lillard. That doesn't go on the chance to tie.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Gordon, the pass to Rivers. It's stolen by Jones. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard outside. And they're unable to get the tying basket there.
It's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Takes the 3. A rebound by Simons. And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. It's a 3-point game.
And Millsap with great hands and the anticipation there to block the shot.
7 seconds left in the first half. Murray, good. Murray's got 10.
Given the size disadvantage, you have to have a lot of confidence to take that shot.
Yeah, no question. It takes skill and a certain level.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at... And that does it for our half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? You keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
On the court for the Trailblazers, Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Lillard in at the point. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivals. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
That one drops. He ties it up. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
His free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Murray outside. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Powell inside. Martin defending. Now here's Hollis-Jefferson. He's covered closely. Pass to Nurkic. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Puts it up from 15. And that one goes long.
He makes a lot more of those than he misses. Not sure what threw him off right there.
And Porter, here we go. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Porter's got 6.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
McCollum passes to Hollis-Jefferson. Back to McCollum. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Morris is checked in.
Well, consistency is what comes to mind when I think of McCollum. I mean, especially offensively, where he scores in bunches.
McCollum against Morris. Pass to Jokic. Shoots over Nurkic. No good off the back of the rim.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half. And for Jokic, a slow start to last season. Came in heavy, lost over 20 pounds as he played his way into shape. And boy, did he come on strong down the stretch.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Collins comes in for Giles. And it's Derek Jones in for Rondé and Hollis-Jefferson. Morris against McCollum. Morris, no good. Well, we know, Greg, that Jokic is never going to be the most explosive athlete, but some have questioned his conditioning, even his motor. What do you see?
I mean, the crazy thing is, even with those questions, he regularly puts up box scores we haven't seen in half a century. But to win it all, you've got to leave no stone unturned, and I think for a young player, he's got to make more of a commitment to his body, and I think we will see that in time.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in.
Still young with loads of upside. Nurkic is comfortable playing the enforcer. I mean, you can tell he wants to keep improving.
Morris looking over the floor. The pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. To halt the run. No good. Shot missing. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
The Trailblazers have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7. And that one falls for Jones. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the call up against Jokic. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. And this is his 2nd trip to the line in the game. Paul Millsap is checked in for Denver. And the 2nd free throw, good. The Nuggets trail by 9. Morris outside. And Morris throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
1:46 left in the third quarter. 6 to shoot. Great communication on the alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Morris kicks to Porter. Kept alive.
And the play succeeds because Millsap comes to the court hungry. He chases down boards and second chance opportunities.
Morris against Lillard. And the layup's good off the glass. Lillard's got 10.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Morris dishes to Barton. 52 seconds left in the third. And stolen by Lillard. Lobbed up there for Collins. Tries to keep it alive. Passes it to Pop. And here's Nurkic. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And we'll go to the line to shoot 2. He'll take his third and fourth free throw shots of the game right here.
Terrific form at the line throughout last season. 89% on the year.
A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Jamal Murray in for Morris. Portland also making some changes. Anthony's checked in for Derek Jones. Collin comes in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. He's covered by Murray. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession.
An easy pass turns into a terrible turnover. And that's a possession wasted.
From deep. A shot, no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Trailblazers lead by 8. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
No, that's quick decision making. You see a guy open, you can't hesitate. That's an outstanding play right there.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Michael Porter. Jokic is out there with Bol. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Murray in at the guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Anthony, the pass to Cannon. Just 3 to shoot. Porter pulls it in. The Nuggets trail by 8. And it's Murray, that time on the assist by Bol. Bol's got 3 assists now in this one.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Collin passes to Simons. And here's Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Simons.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime. Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Simons, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Simons surveying the D. And the foul on Will Barton. That'll be his second foul of the game. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. McCollum dishes to Cantor. Just 5 to shoot. McCollum trying to get open. Count it.
I mean, look, he's evolved as a passer over the course of his career. Get to the right spot, McCollum will find you.
And Murray, here we go. Portland grabs the miss. Cantor's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Anthony. Here's Simons. And it's McCollum in the corner. Shoots over Barton. Denver grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Bull. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
And the pass to Anthony. Over Bull. Anthony's shot is off.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
7-foot shot. Bull, the pass to Jokic. It's stolen by Anthony. And oh, here we go. McCollum's got it. The fast break chance. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Well, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. You're not going to miss many of those.
Stolen by McCollum. Here's Simons. Count the basket. Simons has got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
This is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Now here's Murray. In the corner, Bull with it. A putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Such a savvy player. Love watching Jokic battle for positioning on the offensive glass.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Collins checked in for Anthony. Jones comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Trying to take advantage of that extra space on the perimeter. We see a lot of this now.
They get it back.
Yeah, both.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doesn't go that time. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Portland moving the ball around. Passes to Cantor. Outside, Jones. Now, here's Collins. Pass to McCollum. Fires the 3. Shot by Collins, no good. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. They've given up just 8 points in the 4th quarter. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the size Bull has poses problems for any defense, especially when he's trying his best to be aggressive scoring.
And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there. McCollum feeling it out a bit. And so it's Portland winning this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team. And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys, we are near.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed, something special, David. Thanks. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center, filling out the middle. And for Denver, they've got Bol. Murray out there with Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Jokic in at the center position. Out to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. That one drops for him. And these two teams, Brent, known for playing a more methodical pace. When you think of the elite half-court offenses, what comes to mind for you?
Well, I have a location for you, Kevin. It's Utah. And I have 2 names for you, Stockton and Malone. And how good those guys were, not just in pick and roll, but in overall half-court execution. Man, it was surgical.
To the middle, and stolen by Bol. And here we go, Murray heading to the hoop. And it's Murray with the jam.
And Murray showing it all here, an exceptional player attacking while he's in the open floor.
Doncic against Murray. Doncic kicks to Porzingis. And it's off from three-point range. There's Porter with the 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
Well, Barton had a good feel about what was happening defensively, and his teammate was wide open.
Passes it to Cauley Stein. Here's Doncic. Here's Hardaway. Gets it to fall from the right block.
And that trip played out perfectly for them.
For Denver, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Murray surveying the D. On the wing, Porter. Off target with his 3. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Richardson the pass to Cauley Stein. Back to Richardson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Offense clicking early here, 3 for 4 to start this one.
Murray outside. Porzingis with the block.
Well, you can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bol. Austin Rivers comes in for Barton. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Porzingis kicks to Cauley Stein. Now the pass to Finney-Smith. 5 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Left side, Porter. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee comes in for Jokic. And it's Aaron Gordon in for Porter. Dallas also making some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Mavericks trail by 3. Redick with it. Picked up by Rivers. Brunson kicks to Redick. Offensive rebound Mavericks. Powell the pass to Marjanovic. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And that kind of defense ain't gonna get it done.
Gee, we don't see those kinds of dunks out of him all the time, but we know he's got it in him.
Well, any guy can throw it down against air defending him. Plenty of room, so not so amazing. What does amaze me, though, is that no one came over to contest the play.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Now here's Brunson. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And the wide open shot from Redick. And he hits it to tie the game up.
Really good decision as Redick is playing at full speed, but slows down, makes the right choice.
Morris passes to McGee. Outside Millsap. Launches it. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. They grab their own miss. Here's Brunson. The feed to Powell. Second shot opportunity. Pass to Finney-Smith. Dallas moving the ball around. There's the triple. Here's Powell. Goes up with it again. And it's sent back by Millsap.
As soon as the shot was released, Millsap gets off the floor quickly and blocks it.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the replay center, Alex Secaucus, delivering the footage and got...
It's all tied in Denver. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
Yeah, they did a great job. Just the initial thrust of that attack, as soon as they got the ball, constantly in transition.
They've got JaVale McGee, Aaron Gordon out there with Paul Millsap. Then there's Murray, and it's Rivers in at the shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And here's Brunson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Down low, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
McGee against Marjanovic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Will Barton.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams and players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in the team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. to Brunson. Pass to Finney-Smith. Here's Brunson. Guarded by Porter. Here's Finney-Smith. No points in the game yet for him. They double him with Jokic. Marjanovic. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, they brought the double team to force the ball out of his hands, but failed to rotate off the pass.
Murray outside. Makes it off the glass. Murray's got 6 points.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
Redick against Barton. Redick with it. From deep three-point range, that one doesn't drop.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap's checked in for Bull. Austin Rivers comes in for Porter. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Gordon's checked in for the Nuggets. And for those of you just joining us, in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And how about the balance of Doncic on that possession? Amazing at just absorbing the contact and still with the strength to finish.
And it's Rivers with the ball. He brings it up for the Denver Nuggets. 4-point game. Outside for Millsap. Pass to Jokic. Knocked away. Porzingis with the steal. Doncic with it. Guarded now by Morris. And Doncic throws it down.
And you can tell that Doncic loves leaking out. They're able to get to the right spot there in transition.
To the paint. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. We've got 1:23 left to play here in the half. Richardson outside. Fires it up. No good. That would have tied it.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Back to Rivers. It's rebounded by Dallas. And these are his second and third free throws tonight. First one falls for him.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
And the Nuggets making a change here. McGee's checked in. Here's Morris. And he lays it straight in. Morris has got his first 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
There's the pass to Porzingis. Now, Cauley-Stein. Pass to Doncic. Dallas, no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Out of nowhere, Gordon just soaring in there, and that athleticism carries him straight to the hoop.
Doncic against Morris. Shot clock at 6. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. That one a little long.
And that's just enough defensive pressure on.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At its highest, their lead topped out at 5 points. And that does it for our half.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
There is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
On the court for the Mavericks. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the foul. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. And a wide open look for Porter. No good on the quick three.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Doncic against Murray.
That is one athletic young player. Murray making those dunks look easy.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Richardson's got his second basket of the game.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Wide open look here for Murray. A three-pointer, no good.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
And he gets it to go. Murray's got 10.
The good old catch-and-shoot jumper there. Murray quickly getting these shots up and over the defense.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Richardson outside. Here's Doncic. It's tipped.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots.
The Nuggets leading by 4. Here's Jokic. And there's another one for the Nuggets.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Porzingis with the steal. Some nice passing here by Dallas. That one goes in. No doubt, Greg, you are known as being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's what Denver's going with right now. JaVale McGee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Bull. Rivers, he's checked in for Will Barton. And Morris subbed in for Murray. A 3 from Morris. Porzingis with the rebound. Mavericks trail by 4. A pass to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
Morris looking over the floor.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Richardson kicks to Brunson. The tie connects. The jumper drops. Brunson's got his first points of the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Morris. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Brunson with it, and McGee picks him up defensively. Good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Morris against Brunson. Morris, no good.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Back to Richardson. Pass to Kleba. Now here's Brunson. Clock at 6. A pass to Porzingis. That puts them in the lead. Porzingis has got the lead up to 2 now for the Mavs.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. And the shot goes down. Porter's got 5.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target. And he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jake.
Here's Finney-Smith. And that one released in time, but no good. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Denver, Michael Porter's out there at Bowl. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Nikola Jokic, and it's Murray in at the point guard. There's Porter with the 3. No good that time. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Now here's Burke. Tight defense on him. Redick with the 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Jokic has got his 6th rebound on the night. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And the dunk by Bull.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Now Redick. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of...
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He said, this is what we play for, fellas. Let's knock them on their heels right out of the timeout. Show them how much you want it. Go get it. He really is fired up about this game, Kevin.
Thank you, David.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Here's Murray. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Porzingis. He dishes it to Richardson. Back to Porzingis. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Yikes, that one stings there. Hurts so much more to turn the ball over, especially with how tight the game is.
Now here's Murray. It's Jokic, top of the key. And Jokic slings it in.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Barton against Richardson. High post, Cauley Stein. On the wing, Doncic. Over Murray. Almost, but it rolls out. Denver in the lead. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Jamal Murray continuing to play with a fearlessness.
The first one falls. Dallas making a switch here. Powell's checked in, and he makes both free throws.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And here is Doncic. Kicks to Powell. Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Murray. From the stripe. And it comes off the front of the rim. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Here's Powell, and it's denied. Outside for Murray. Porter passes to Murray. Over Hardaway. Murray, no good. Mavericks trail by 4. Here's Richardson. Misses off the left eye. For Denver, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Jokic with it. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Jokic stepping up big time here.
Dallas has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Porter against Hardaway. Doncic left side. Powell kicks to Doncic. From deep. They get it again. Out to Hardaway. Another miss, and they've really hit a rough patch here. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Porter in the corner. Denver keeping it going. A new 14-second clock.
A little bit of hustle, a little bit of energy. Jokic right now pounding the offensive glass and not quitting on these possessions.
Hardaway finds Doncic. Nails the triple.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Morris, left side. This one for 3. And no good. So the Nuggets win it. It was up. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll be
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City.
Kevin, thanks very much.
Sure is. Thanks, D.A. Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Ibaka in at center. And for the Nuggets, Jokic is out there with Porter. Then there's Bull. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2. Outside Jackson. And the teams we're seeing tonight, Steve, they have very deep rotations.
And Kevin, when you can go maybe 10 deep, it keeps your locker room happy. It also protects your team against injuries sinking a season.
And finished off by Porter.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Now, here's George. And it's George finishing it off.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Murray, the pass to Barton. Back to Murray. A 3 ball. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And stolen by Bull. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And Jokic wide open. He shoots. Good. And the assist goes to Murray.
Aside from the rim runners in this league, most bigs are now asked to help stretch the floor.
And so just over a minute and a half played. And there's the pass to Jackson. Cousins with it. Over Jokic. Cousins, no good.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
Barton kicks to Porter. Ibaka against Barton. And the rejection by Ibaka. Jokic. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
You know, if you get the ball to the right guy in the right spot, more often than not, you're coming away with points.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Puts it up from 17. The open shot, Jokic. Another miss by Jokic.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And it's Leonard missing. Nuggets have gone 2 of 6 from the field.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
George with the ball. Out guarded by Murray. Jackson has the open look. That falls. Nice feed that time from George. And it's all knotted up.
Well, Paul knows the defense is locked in on him, so he takes advantage and finds the open man.
At the elbow, Jokic. The shot comes out, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Leonard finds George. A miss that time would have put him up. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Nuggets. Barton, wide open, he fires from outside off the mark. The Clippers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Lobs it up for Ibaka, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
I'll tell you, for a veteran, Ibaka still gets sky high on these alley-oops.
Murray outside. Stolen by Jackson. And here they come. Here's George. Finished off the break. 6 points for George.
He saw the opportunity to get an easy bucket on the break and took advantage of it.
Murray surveying the D. Passes it to Jokic. Back to Murray. 6 on the shot clock. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Clippers leading by 4. Here's George. 2 points. That one goes.
And getting out in transition's been a big part of this run that they're on.
Denver with a platoon swap here on the floor. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Reggie Jackson. Pass to Millsap. Rivers in the corner. Now here is McGee to the inside. Out to Morris. Back to Gordon. That will count. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
We've got Paul Millsap. Morris is out there with Rivers. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Gordon in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets. Rivers finds Millsap. Now Morris.
An all defensive first teamer. Beverly once again getting up into his man and locking him down.
And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That's his first foul. And the Clippers have possession. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Kennard. There's the lob to the hoop. And the dunk by Zubac.
Finding a little rhythm here that they have to like where they're at.
They're playing well. They're building momentum. This is how they can turn a small lead into a big one.
From 8, Morris passes to McGee. Here's Gordon. Batum grabs the miss. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. You know, Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You know, you can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Here's Jokic. Lays it up off the glass. Jokic has got 5.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
And the Clippers making a change here. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverley comes in for Rajon Rondo. Beverley against Murray. Beverly dishes to Ibaka. The pass to Zubac. With the shot. And it's Denver with the rebound.
Can't fault the play call. Even though he couldn't convert, that's a good shot.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now Zubac following the miss by Michael Porter from deep. Kennard's shot is off. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Bull. Buries it down low.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Murray against Beverly. And Ibaka slams it in.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It's his first trip to the line.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than the average numbers.
A different look for Denver. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. And so Beverly will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Beverly showing he can make things happen off the bounce.
Morris looking over the floor. Dishes to McGee. Here's Jokic, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Jokic has got 7.
Shooting much better this quarter than last. You can see his confidence growing.
Morris against Beverly. Passes it to Zubac. Shoots over McGee. Feeds to Ibaka. Down to 5 on the shot clock. In the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka earlier in his career. We're seeing it again now.
And here's Morris for 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Los Angeles leading by 5. The 9-foot shot. And Batum kicks to Kennard. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by the Nuggets. Morris, left side, and the slam dunk by McGee.
Man, how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Misses the layup. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Clippers ahead, up by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but an outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 9 points. And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Kawhi Leonard is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint. And George kicks to Cousins. Back to George. Fires for 3. Up again. And the second chance effort by Jackson. Jackson's got 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And here's Jokic. He's got 7.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Outside for Jackson. He dishes it to George. Back to Jackson. George up top. The tray. Jackson misses. The Nuggets trail by 5.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injury slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Michael Porter. And it's Austin Rivers in for Will Barton. Outside for George. Leonard against Gordon. Leonard the pass to Jackson. Back to Leonard. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 11 points in the game.
Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
And now we've got the intentional foul. JaVale McGee's checked in for Bull. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Zubats is checked in. Inside. Rivers kicks to Millsap. The dish to Murray. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got 6 rebounds here tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
Murray kicks to Gordon. Pass to Millsap, trying to end the drought, and Millsap slams it in.
No finesse that time. Millsap attacking the rim.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. 1:52 left to play in the third. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And the Nuggets making a change here. Morris is checked in. The Clippers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. They throw good, Paul George. Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather taken? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof. Well,
wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yeah, I'm going to agree. The Nuggets have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Cousins. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Luke Kennard, he's checked in for George. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Jackson. Now here's Beverley. Pass to Kennard. On the wing, Morris. Back to Kennard. Lets the three fly. That one, no good. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Morris passes to Millsap. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Yeah, you want your team to be aggressive on the glass, but he was a little too zealous for that rebound.
Yeah, there's an art to snatching rebounds from behind, but most players can't pull it off. Tim Duncan was one of the best.
Jokic has checked in for Denver. The Nuggets trail by 10. 55 seconds left here in the third quarter. He can't get it to go.
Well, that alley-oop attempt, a case of what could have been, just didn't finish the play.
You know, this is something you practice over and over again. I'm surprised they couldn't execute.
Rivers against Kennard. The pass to Zubac. Back to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
Can you believe it? He's missed every shot he's taken. Yet this team still continues to hold the lead.
Batum with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Beverley against Morris. It's stolen by Morris. Ball's knocked loose. Stolen by Beverley. It could go. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And so it's Los Angeles going into the break with a 10-point lead. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Denver, Will Barton is out there with Morris. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Bull in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. 4 on the clock. Leonard kicks to Rondo. No good on the three. The Nuggets trail by 10. Jokic inside, working on Ibaka, and that one's good. Jokic.
You know he's pulling his weight, but they still find themselves behind.
Jokic has gotten 4 of his 9 shots to go, and the Clippers call time here. Murray's checked in for the Nuggets. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Now, here is George. Porter with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
The rhythm, the timing. When Murray is in sync, that pull-up jumper is a thing of beauty.
Barton against George. And it goes down 2 points.
Proving how dangerous he is. Give George these looks, and he'll knock him down.
The Nuggets trail by 8. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Outside Leonard. A shot's good on the assist by George. And now an 11-point Clipper lead.
The confidence Leonard shows from range now, you wouldn't know it was once a weakness.
Murray for three. Traps in the tray.
Yeah, and they are living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than what we saw in the first half.
Now, here's George. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Dishes to Leonard. Back to George. Shoots over Barton. And then Cousins with the dunk.
You see the feel from DeMarcus Cousins, tracking down the miss, then making good on the second chance opportunity.
Now, here's Bull. Left side, Porter. And Bull wide open. He shoots. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Clippers leading by 10. Outside Jackson. Back to Leonard. On the wing, Jackson. Outside Leonard. Launches a three. That one doesn't go.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Passes to Barton. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Murray kicks to Barton. From deep. And it's rebounded by DeMarcus Cousins. The Clippers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Clippers.
And it may be a comfortable win for them, but they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for George.
I thought he did a good job of filling out the defense early on. Then once he found his groove, he stayed aggressive throughout.
Now Jackson, following the three-point attempt by Jamal Murray. Jackson with it. Pass to Zubats. From deep, George. Zubats, nice persistence to tip it back up and in. Zubats has got the lead up to 14 now for the Clippers.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, and welcome, everyone, here on 2K. DA, it's all you.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. They've got Jamal Murray. Cole is out there with Porter. Then it's Will Barton, and it's Jokic in at center. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Robert Covington. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Jones in at the small forward. Now here's Jones following the missed shot by Will Barton. Lillard attacking, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defenders.
Murray surveying the D. And it's Murray with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Lillard after the Nuggets pick up 2. Shot clock at 5. Powell kicks to Lillard. From the arc. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Awesome form on the triple. Lillard with textbook technique.
Murray against Lillard. And it's Murray with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
So it's Portland now. Denver getting their last shot to go. The shot by Powell, no good.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
And it's Lillard missing.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Leaving folks open around Barton is a no-no. He'll torch you whenever you do that.
Here's Powell. Denver getting their last shot to go. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the dunk by Powell.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off him.
Oh, my goodness! What a play!
Refuses to let contact deter him from scoring. I'm a fan of Lillard's willingness to challenge defenders.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. Off target from three-point range.
Tell you what, the defense was lucky there. I mean, leave him that open from range, he'll typically knock it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Yeah, to glide in and reverse it home like that, so sweet.
Here's Murray. And the rebound by Nurkic. And the call up against Jokic. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap is checked in for Bull. Rivers comes in for Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Murray. Simons surveying the D. Out to Anthony. And the pass to Cantor. Lobs it up for Cantor. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, I think the pass was even better. I mean, that was room service delivery at its finest.
He lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Porter, no luck.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And a wide open look for McCollum. Denver grabs the miss.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
And easy to understand why many believe Porter is the complete package. Skilled at making the correct pass.
To the middle, Millsap with the steal. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nuggets. We recently checked in with Jamal Murray, who discussed the team's approach to each game.
The mentality of how we play, how we move the ball.
Greg, sounds like something a coach would say.
It's probably something his coach has said time and time again, but Murray's really matured into a reliable, sometimes spectacular performer for this team.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And what stands out to you from the Nuggets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got Enes Kanter. Anthony is out there with Collins. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot. McGee finds Morris. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And it's McGee with the jam. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think.
Oh!
My goodness.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Back to McGee. Plays it in off the pretty alley-oop.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch.
And he chose the conservative finish with the nice, easy layup, which was a good decision.
Here's Simons. And it's JaVale McGee with the rebound. And it's Millsap with the ball for the Nuggets. Here's Rivers. Collins with some nice D. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Inside, Anthony. Portland moving the ball around. It's McCollum on the wing. He's guarded by Rivers. McCollum dishes to Kanter. Back to McCollum. Shoots the 3. That shot is off. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Rivers. And the rejection by Collins. Here's Simons. Denver grabs the miss. Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And finished off by Rivers.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
A flawless finish on the alley-oop. Simons has got the game tied up here for the Trailblazers.
Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
And that one drops for him. Morris has got his second bucket.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. And the officials call a traveling violation. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic, kicks it to Powell. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Three-pointer, Lillard. Can't hit that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The battle to a standstill on the boards has really been something to watch, and the game's not over yet. We'll see if one of these teams maintains more energy than the other going down the stretch.
Now here's Lillard. 7 points in the game. From beyond the arc and then some. Lillard's got 10.
And we've seen Lillard hit that shot before. He has no fear when it comes to the deep three.
And McGee kicks to Murray. 46 seconds left in the first half of the game.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Jones, no luck. Denver in the lead, and now the Nuggets. Fast break. And Robert Covington picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Nuggets with some changes. Jokic comes in for JaVale McGee. And it's Michael Porter in for Rivers. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it. .27 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Here's Lillard. He's got 10. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Here's Barton. Count it. Good. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
When he's driving, he's committed to scoring, so not much you can do against Barton in that situation.
Nobody near Lillard. Nurkic. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. They didn't get more than a one-possession lead in the period.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So on the floor for Denver, Porter is out there with Bowl. And it's Nikola Jokic. Then there's Murray. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
Pass to Lillard. For the lead. Rebound by the Nuggets. Barton passes to Bowl. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Three-pointer, Lillard. It's not going to go for him. And the Nuggets going the other way.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. Anthony's checked in for Jones. And Denver with a change here, too. Millsap's checked in. Murray against Lillard. For the tie, here's Nurkic. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And, you know, after starting 0 for 3 this half, they finally get one down.
Barton against Powell. And that one is good. And the Nuggets lead by 3.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Simons, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. The Nuggets making a switch here. Powell with it. Six to shoot. To the paint, trying to find Covington. Gets it to him. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And check out how high Covington gets with these alley-oops. My goodness. Taking off like he's been launched by a rocket booster.
It's Porter outside. Here's Jokic. And he converts the layup. Jokic has got 6.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Bounce pass from Morris. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Nuggets have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Here's Jokic, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Jokic has a nice shot fake and did a good job that time getting the defenders up in the air and drawing the foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. JaVale McGee's checked in for Paul Millsap.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Cullen passes to Carmelo. And here comes the break. And finished off by Porter.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Damian Lillard, he's checked in for Anthony Simons. And Cantor pulls it down. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's McCollum. Yep, that one goes.
Nice touch there from McCollum. Looking comfortable and confident from that range.
Morris against McCollum. Campazzo. Out of bounds. Portland takes possession. And the Nuggets making a change here. Trailblazers have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. For the tie, Lillard misses.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Murray against McCollum. McGee with the block.
Yeah, if you had to pick the top priority for McGee, I think that's it. Contest shots, block shots, get in the air, use that length to deny shots at the rim.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely sleep.
Here's Morris, and Anthony sends it back. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Oh, that was terrific.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Five seconds left to play in the third. He hangs in there and cashes in on their second chance points. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Trailblazers lead by 2. And we'll be back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what Terry Stotts went over with his team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
Right side, Porter jacks up a 3, but they'll get another chance. Rebounded by Covington. Trailblazers leading by 3. Jones drives in, kicks it out to McCollum. Hits it from 3-point range. McCollum's got 9 points here in the second half.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. One guy who's getting it done is Lillard.
Boy, he's been killing them all night, and the defense looks like it's practically packed it in.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Oh, I have to enjoy, guys, seeing Murray jam it down like that. I mean, his vertical is pretty impressive.
And the foul on Jamal Murray. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Covington kicks to Lillard. For 3.
Guys, you can tell he wants to contribute more, but his teammates have picked up the slack for him. That's what being on the team is all about.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Jokic has great size and mobility, very good at forcing the defense's hand and drawing the foul.
So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Nurkic, and it's Simons in for C.J. McCollum.
It's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simon. Here's McCollum. It's deflected.
Can't take the reach and length of Barton lightly. Effective at using it to snuff out shots.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Tips it up, and Cantor able to finish. Cantor's got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Murray. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
Jamal Murray really loves being the crunch time deliverer. This guy relishes the chance to make big hoops.
Lillard outside. Fires the 3. No good on that one. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Murray with it. Now defended by McCullough. Yep, it counts. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead.
When it's an important possession, Jokic steps up big.
Here's Lillard. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Proof positive that Lillard is worthy. That's talent you can build a franchise around.
Just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
You won't find too many players with a better understanding of the pick and roll than Lillard. He runs that set to a T.
Murray dishes to Porter. And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Robert Covington comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Powell in for C.J. McCollum. And Denver also making a switch. Morris is checked in. Here's Jones. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Trailblazers.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
The number of second chance points they've gotten is also impressive. I mean, they've kept so many possessions alive with offensive rebounds.
Here's Jokic. It falls. And now they trail by just 4.
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
Lillard against Morris. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Pass to Powell. Pocket 4. From deep 3-point range, Jokic grabs the miss.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
The towering presence that is Ball. Good at staying active and going after those offensive rebounds.
Here is Lillard, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Unflappable. This guy relishes being the man to put the game away.
And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. The Margaret Hunt Hill Bridge and the state flag of Texas looking majestic tonight. We're coming to you live from Dallas, Texas. Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Porter. Cole is out there with Jokic. Then there's Jamal Murray. And it's Barton in at the 2 guard. And for the Mavericks, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Josh Richardson out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5, home in the paint. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Hands it from downtown. Well, this seems to be a game that could be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And, Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
The pass to Cauley Stein. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field.
Boy, in that close, he's almost automatic. Boy, that's pretty good defense. Wow.
Here's Porter, and the layup falls.
And he's just adept at scoring in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
Doncic against Murray. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. That one is on Bull.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Doncic, no good on the free throw.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Doncic from 10 feet out, and there's Richardson on the assist by Doncic.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
Shot, high post. The Mavericks pull it in.
Boy, he'll usually knock it down if he's left that wide open. Just comes up empty.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. is known as a scorer. Knocks down the long-distance look right there.
Murray surveying the D. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Murray's got 5 now.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
And the dunk by Doncic.
This incredible confidence that Luka Doncic possesses, my goodness.
Now here's Murray. He's got 5.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Cauley Stein finds Porzingis.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. Shoots over Doncic. Again, the miss by Murray.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
How about the vision from the young Latvian Porzingis showing he really can read the floor and capitalize.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets.
When you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Benny Smith passes to Pop. That shot off. The Nuggets trail by 7 and pushing it up. Here's Denver. Outside for Millsap. Pass to Morris. Pulls up on the elbow. That shot missing. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Fast break. Here they come. Redick from deep 3-point land. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Barton. Count that bucket.
And Millsap is a team player, someone who is very willing to make the right pass to an open teammate.
Now Reddick from downtown. Barton with the rebound. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on J.J. Reddick.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Burke comes in for J.J. Reddick. Here's Brunson. Tips it. Rebounded by McGee. And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Nuggets. It's a 3-point game.
Well, a nice defensive play. Alter the shot, then stay right there to clean up the glass.
Lays it up and banks it in.
Unselfishness can be infectious. Terrific teamwork.
Martin inside the line. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Mavericks on top, up by 5. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position. Porzingis can't hit. The Nuggets trail by 3. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. And the dunk by Powell.
How about the ups of Dwight Powell? He's making these lobs look easy.
Morris into the lane. Green finds Millsap. Puts up a 3. Whoops, they pick off the pass. To the inside. Here's Doncic. It's blocked. And the turnover again by Denver. Hardaway's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Denver also making some changes. Jokic, he's checked in for JaVale McGee. Michael Porter comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Jamal Murray in for Monte Morris. And here's Doncic from the arc. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Out to Hardaway. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets trail by 5. And Porter, here we go. And finished off by Porter.
And once Porter has some momentum behind him, boy, he just rides it to the basket. An exceptional dunker of the ball.
Pass to Pop. Out to Doncic. Just 4 to shoot. Jokic with the steal. And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Hardaway with the steal. And it's the Mavericks on the break. Here's Porzingis. Oh!
My goodness. Don't tell me I'm just a finesse big man. KP with the highlight reel material.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
And an intentional foul right there.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Hardaway. Burke, he's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Doncic. Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Will Barton comes in for Rivers. Throws it up high.
I'll tell you, he's playing with much more discipline here in the second quarter. He is waiting for good opportunities and capitalizing.
Brunson against Murray. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And boy, has he come alive. Since the start of the second quarter, he has been on fire.
Brunson with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Three-pointer. Here's Marjanovic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 6.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And it's Murray with the jam.
You got to feel comfortable when Murray is working the pick and roll. His shooting, speed, and passing all are next level.
Brunson kicks to Finney Smith. And the 3 off target. The Nuggets trail by 4. Here's Porter. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Burke. Defense is right there, and it's good for 2.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And so it's Murray with it. He brings it up for Denver. There's the pass to Jokic. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Jokic has got his 2nd basket of the game.
And this is where Jokic is most comfortable. The closer he is to the rim, the more effective he becomes.
Here's Brunson, and he drops it in from the low post.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Murray. The rebound by Marjanovic.
They can close out the quarter if they want to.
It's all about patience right here. Patience and execution. Get a good look.
Powell, the pass to Burke, and there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. For Dallas, they have shot just 1 free throw, missing that one earlier. And so he hits the technical free throw. Redick inside the line, and a miss there off the inbound. And a close game so far through the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you... The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Their biggest advantage of the period was 7 points. And that...
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Taking a look at the Nuggets, Jokic is out there at goal. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Murray in at the point guard. The drive by Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Murray against Doncic. And Bull wide open. He shoots. Great look, but off the mark. Dallas leading by 7. And it's Coley's time. That time on the assist by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 3 assists in the game.
And last year, Dallas gave Porzingis the contract he was looking for to the tune of $158 million.
And Greg, credit the Dallas organization for believing in Kristaps Porzingis' talent. And now credit Porzingis because you have to share shot attempts and usage with Luka Doncic. What has he done? He's concentrated on better rebounding, better rim protecting. This guy is all in on winning, and what a combination these two guys can be. I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Murray, an easy 2 points on the layup. Murray's got 18 points in the game.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Here's the three. He doesn't hit that one. And Denver the other way now.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket for Murray. And here is Doncic. 11 points in the game. Takes it to Cauley-Stein. And stolen by Barton. And now Jokic pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Murray the pass to Jokic. No good there. Nice D from Porzingis. Feeds it to Doncic. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Luka Doncic is so clever. This guy able to draw the contact to get himself to the free throw line.
I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on.
A defensive breakdown there, no doubt about it. I mean, he's a guy you have to be focused on defensively.
On the wing, Doncic. Covered by Morris. That's out of bounds. The Mavericks able to retain possession here. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Burke. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on JaVale McGee. For Dallas, they have split their free throws right down the middle so far. They're 2 for 2. And so he hits both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Morris against Doncic. Morris passes to Millsap. And there it is for him.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Mavericks leading by 3. Doncic outside. Pass to Powell. Down low. Out to Doncic. That one goes. Count it. Doncic has got 16.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Jamal Murray, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Morris inside. Brunson covering. McGee's shot is off.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity. But nobody between him and the basket on the break, and the pass was right where it needed to be.
Morris kicks to Millsap.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mavericks have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Pass to Burke. Here's Finney-Smith. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Burke's got 4 assists in the game.
You know, he could have looked to score that himself, but in this particular instance, the advantage is playing inside out.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Morris. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. The officials are getting together. They may want to review this one. Well, we thought the third quarter was over, but it turns out the officials are going to review the play to see if he released the ball before the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Kleba is the 4 with Porzingis in the middle. J.J. Redick is out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Marjanovic.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Boy, that's fast break basketball at its absolute best. Outstanding assist to finish it off.
Powell with the steal. The Mavericks another fast break chance right here. And he banks in the layup. And the Mavericks lead by 9.
It's not rocket science. At some point, the defense has to show more urgency getting back in transition.
Wide open look here for Murray. Misses off the right iron. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
Great positioning on the putback. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Boy, a clean, close look. What a missed opportunity.
Three-pointer. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Porter. It doesn't go for him. And the Mavericks going the other way now. And they go to the intentional foul. Bol, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. Jokic with the steal. Here's Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And with Murray, you have an all-around scorer, someone who feels comfortable shooting from just about any spot on the court.
Mavericks leading by 9. Here's Brunson. And it's blocked.
And that massive wingspan coming into play there. Ball uses it to perfection to block shots. You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
It finds Brunson. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Porter bounce pass and stolen by Burke. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Marjanovic with it. Now Bol defending. Dallas again missing. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. The Nuggets trail by 7. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Murray. Banked in off the glass. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the competitive nature of Murray making all the difference there. Doing everything he can to rally his team.
And Doncic, here we go. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
Doncic with the block.
Doncic known for his offense, but twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
Yeah, that's careless defense, though. I mean, he's one player you can ill afford to let run free. He just loves to be a money player in the fourth quarter.
Doncic feeling it out. That 3 off target had some space there after the little pump fake. And Jokic slams it in. Huge.
Jokic comes through just fearless. What an option.
Passes it to Richardson. Now here is Hardaway. And there's the pass to Doncic. Lock at 6. And the dunk by Doncic.
He has been taking and making big shots for a long time. Luka Doncic with the delivery.
Left side, Porter. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Just refusing to back down when the spotlight's brightest. Porter outstanding at taking over here in the clutch.
Murray against Doncic. Kicks it out to Richardson. Doncic passes to call his stop. Dallas needs to get off her shot. Porzingis. Good!
Oh, you love the aggressiveness and the swagger that Porzingis has to take that shot. Such a clutch play from the Latvian.
It's Barton on the wing. Porzingis with the block. And he commits the intentional foul. And stolen by Barton.
This is what superb defense is all about, guys. He read that all the way.
Can't allow Murray to beat you to the rack. He really turns on the Jets in the open floor.
Outside, Porzingis. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And so both free throws are good. And it's a 5-point game.
Well, you love a guy who gets himself to the line, takes his time, and makes the free throws. Complete professional.
Doncic with the steal. So we see the Mavericks get the win here. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans. But in the end, all right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Greg Anthony. This from earlier on, the Nuggets getting off the team bus and showing their fashion sense. Got to make a grand entrance when you're on the road. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Jokic is out there at Bull. Then it's Will Barton. Then it's Michael Porter. And it's Murray in at the point. And for the Clippers, Reggie Jackson out there with Paul George. Then it's Ibaka. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Leonard in at the small forward. Outside, George. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And Barton throws it down.
Man, once you see Barton pick up some speed, he can be downright scary going towards the rim. Good luck trying to slow that down.
Jackson passes to George. Floats it up for Cousins.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. And it's Murray penetrating. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Meeting the defense with a tenacious will to score. Murray giving you that effort.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers.
And a story about Jamal Murray. He was doing two-a-days for Team Canada, and the coach wanted him to rest, so he confiscates his sneakers, came back and found him working out barefoot.
Well, they might want to check his web browser because I believe he did a search for lock picks because they put bars on the door to keep him out of the gym, and he still might try to find a way in.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Barton against George. Outside Leonard. Inside, and Ibaka slams it in.
Well, when you get into a system, your first system in the league where you share the ball, Kawhi Leonard keeping his head up and finding the open man.
Passes it to Jokic. Outside Porter. Now the pass to Bull. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. Here's Ibaka. Back to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call for the Nuggets. JaVale McGee comes in for Bull. And Monte Morris subbed in for Will Barton. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Pass to Jokic. In the corner, Murray with it. Jokic trying to free himself up.
An elite rim protector. Ibaka has the highly desired combination of athleticism and timing.
And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Cousins with the ball. Puts the move on. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Morris with the bucket.
Porter Jr. moving the ball well. Nice to have a wing player help to be a facilitator.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 1:39 left here in the first quarter. George against Murray. Lobs it up for Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk.
To the paint. It's tipped. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Denver also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for JaVale McGee. Green comes in for Jokic. And it's Austin Rivers in for Murray. 1:02 left in the first quarter.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Morris finds Millsap.
Well, Millsap completely fools the defense there and gets hit as a result on the shot.
This is his first free throw of the game. And the first one at the line is good. And so Paul Millsap nails both of them. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Everly with the ball. Morris outside. From outside the arc. It's a hand on it. It's good on the putback.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Morris outside. Left side, Porter. shoots over Batum, and there's Porter on the assist by Morris.
Porter in a comfortable place there. He likes the passes being on target, and he stays perfect in rhythm with that, Jay.
High post, Zubac. We've got 13 seconds left in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Puts it up from 15, and no good in the last second attempt this time. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Clippers lead by 1. The second. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players to acclimate themselves.
You know, this game, it's.
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Ivica Zubac, who's out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Reggie Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's man in at the small forward position. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Clock is at 3. Kennard. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Now, here is Morris. Green dishes to Barton. They kick it out to Green. Here's Rivers. Goes up the baseline. Morris with the rebound. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Barton. Batum passes to Beverly. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Millsap with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Lobbed up there for Green. Barton kicks to Rivers. There's the 3. Doesn't go that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. Barton against Kennard. Morris outside. Shot clock at 6. The Clippers keep it alive. Here's Batum. Here's Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Barton wide open, he fires, and another miss by Denver. Los Angeles leading by 5.
And the Croatian big man, Ivica Zubac, a big hip-hop fan. His teammates call him Zupac.
It's amazing that he was traded from the Lakers to the Clippers, so still home games here at Staples Center.
Morris trying to free himself up, and that one's good. Millsap.
You can see how comfortable Millsap is right now. His confidence growing.
Beverly against Morris. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. Back to Beverly. To the middle. Here's Zubac. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Zubac has got the lead up to 8 now for the Clippers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. A nice shot by Rivers.
That's what you get with a bigger guard, a guy that can carve out a little bit more space, and Rivers does a good job that time.
High post, Zubac. Pass to Kennard. That 3 off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 6. Here's Millsap. And Millsap slams it in.
Nice to see Millsap sprint ahead on the fast break and get the easy look at the rim.
58 seconds left to play here in the half. Beverly deciding where to go with it. The Clippers need to get off a shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Big group substitution here for Denver. Bol, he's checked in for Millsap. Jokic comes in for Green. Porter's checked in for Will Barton. And Murray's subbed in for Monte Morris. Jackson against Murray. Over Jackson. And it's off the back rim. No good. Clippers leading by 4. Nobody near George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got 5 points so far.
And right now, the torture chamber that Paul George has put the defense in is paying off for his team.
Murray outside. Fires from deep. And again, Denver no good. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
Yeah, it's hard to tell on that one. And so a good time to go to the replay and just to make sure if he got it off on time.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that'll do it for us. The third quarter about to begin with Kevin Harlan standing by.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You've got to like what Ivica Zubac has done in this game.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Yeah, we'll see if the double teams start to come here in the second half to make them adjust offensively. But he's going to keep going at him.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So out there for the Nuggets right now, they've got Jamal Murray. Porter is out there with Jokic. Then there's Bol. And it's Barton in at the shooting guard position.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
When you think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor, I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George. With those long arms and with the high release point, Leonard is practically daring you to foul him.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons, goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Barton kicks the ball. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Some solid defense from Ibaka.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in. And Denver with a change here too. McGee's checked in.
Team starts the second half missing 4 of 5 shots. When does the coach possibly call a timeout and reiterate what he talked about at halftime?
Murray surveying the D. For the 3. And with the rebound.
It wouldn't surprise me to see him find his touch and still be a factor. Don't count them out yet. Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
The offensive rebound, Jokic, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Just have to stay down on any kind of pump fake. Once Jokic got him up in the air, he had him.
The Nuggets shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first free throw is good.
And Jokic carrying that standard for a superstar big man. For your money, though, Bones, is he the best true center in the game?
I don't think he's a true center in the sense, GA, that you can't really go down to the post and have him create his own offense by scoring the basketball. Of course, he's going to create plays for his teammates. I still think AD holds that title right now.
And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the Nuggets, trailing by 10. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Jokic. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Good work defensively by Ibaka. Nobody near Leonard. And it's off from 3-point range. The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Jokic. Outside Porter. Feeds to McGee. Murray with it. George picks him up. Paul George with the steal. All alone. Wow, hammering it in.
Paul George dunk contest? He's maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Up top, Morris. Defended by George. Morris with the bucket.
I mean, he makes plays like that in his sleep. The game is just far too easy.
1:22 left in the 3rd. Outside Jackson. Passes it to George. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Murray, good.
The good old catch and shoot jumper there. Murray quickly getting these shots up and over the defense.
There's 53 seconds left in the 3rd. George against Murray. Oh, wide open look here for Ibaka. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. Ibaka's got 7 points. And here is Murray. He has 6. From deep. A shot, no good. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. And it's Monte Morris with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Bol, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Millsap comes in for Morris. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Murray against Beverly. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You too.
They get a hand on it. And here are the Nuggets now. Beverly against Millsap. Back to Morris. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. Their shooting is... And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Luke Kennard out there with Jackson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka, and it's man in at the 3, the small forward. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Jackson dishes to Leonard. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Leonard's got the lead up to 12 now for Los Angeles. Murray against Jackson. The putback.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Murray against Jackson. High post to Ibaka. And Leonard has it in the corner. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Well, you know, Porter can expect this. Defenses are going to try to be physical with him, try to get in his head.
Now Jackson. The pass to Kennard. 6 to shoot. The 3. No good on the shot. Now Denver takes it the other way. Here's Barton. And foul on the shot. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jokic has checked in for Paul Millsap. Murray outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And the dunk by Bull.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And the Clippers call time here.
Giving up a run here. Can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Everly with the ball. He dishes it to George. They need this one. Porter pulls it in. Porter's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Sinks the triple. And it's now only a 1-point Clipper lead.
He's a guy that lives for a big moment like that. Great focus and courage in the clutch.
And the Clippers call time here. They're ahead by 1. We've got 1:28 left in the 4th quarter of this one. And the Clippers making a change here. Cousins is checked in. Here's George. Pass to Beverly. 1:19 left to play here in the fourth. And good from Zubac with a sweet move. And the Clippers lead by 3.
And that bucket should stop the bleeding.
On the wing, Porter shoots over Batum. Porter, no luck. And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. They've held a 12-point lead early. 54 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Zubac. Rebound by the Nuggets. Martin passes to Bull. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. That one on George.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From past the arc. And no good.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
It's in!
Unreal shot from Will Barton at a key point in the game.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball. Those were pressure-packed free throws. And he looked as cool as he could be. So big to give them that three-point lead.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
There's a lot of potential left in the tank for Jamal Murray. He's able to play both guard spots, but it's that sweet jump shot that has his teammates and the coaching staff salivating about where his ceiling is. Well, your best players want to take on the burden come clutch time, and Paul George carrying the weight right now.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And you can wrap this one up. Great job to stay cool at the line and finish it off.
George, no good.
That was a thing of beauty there. The arc, the release, three-ball.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.